So I think it's pretty obvious to see that Justin Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland do not want to negotiate with Trump whatsoever on NAFTA, and they're just trying to push this back as far back as they can until the midterms happen. And they're hoping when the midterms happen, there's going to be a big blue wave, and the House and the Senate are going to be changed. And if that happens, then they're not going to allow Trump to push through any of his agenda, and then the liberals can come out looking like winners, and they beat evil, bad Trump, right? But what if that doesn't happen? And what if the House and the Senate does not change? Then Trudeau is going to be forced to have to concede on a few things, probably like supply management. That may be one of the first things he is forced to concede. Other than that, because if he doesn't, then Trump will impose the tariffs. And if people don't think he will do it, he will. Like, he already did it to China. He imposed $200 billion in tariffs just like today. So if you think he's not going to do the same to Canada, think again. Okay? He is going to. So this is the perfect time for the Conservative Party to come out as a real opposition party and to say, like, hey, Trudeau, concede on this, concede on supply management. Let's start making a deal, instead of saying stuff like Trump is anti-free trade, Trump is anti-this, and having all these conservatives and Scheer essentially endorsing Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland, not exactly the way that they're doing it, because, a few people, I think Michelle and whatnot, have condemned, Chrystia Freeland for attending these ridiculously stupid panels aligning Trump to dictators, which is obvious. Anybody, like even other liberals, probably like, okay, that was pretty fucking stupid. But, like, clearly, this is such a good opportunity for them to call them out, to say, hey, do this, concede on this, because when they eventually have to do it, when they eventually down the road have to make some concessions, at least you could have said, or you could say, like, we were always for this, we were always for that, and you could be an actual other option for Canadians, because you say, like, hey, if you would have voted for us, we wouldn't have stood firm on this. We wouldn't have stood firm on supply management. So then you would have had to gone through all of this heartache. But can they say that? No, they can't. They tied themselves in with the liberals and their platforms on foreign and policy, essentially, and foreign trade. So they can't say anything. So the only real person that can say anything would be Maxime Bernier, because he's the only person who said that, no, we need to work with Trump. We need to concede on supply management. But, the conservatives are messing up their chances, a good opportunity to call the liberals out for what they're doing. But they can't, because, especially Andrew Scheer, he can't do it, because the only reason he is the leader of the Conservative Party is because of the dairy cartel, is because they paid, like, liberals to go and vote for him. like this is the only reason. So of course he can't do it. And this is what happens when your hands are tied behind your back because you're dependent upon lobbyists and other groups for the position that you have in your base. And you can't blame anybody but yourself for the division that is going on within the Conservative Party with Maxime Bernier. You can't blame anybody but yourself, because clearly the people wanted Maxime Bernier. The majority of people, they wanted him. And all of the MPs and all these other politicians, they wanted Andrew Scheer, because they knew Andrew Scheer, was a controllable puppet, whatnot. But, very few of the MPs and all that supported Maxime Bernier. That's because, a lot of them are shills. A lot of politicians, they don't give a fuck about you. I'm not even saying Maxime for sure does, but we know for a fact all these other ones don't. And, it's really unfortunate that we don't have a real opposition party in Canada. I'm so sick and tired of having left, and left to choose from. I'm so sick of it. And this is all we're ever going to have the chance to choose from if we don't start steering this in another direction. Like, people keep saying, oh, now's not the right time for a new party. Never. It will never be a good time for a new party. You know, and 10 years from now, it'll be even a worse time to have a new party. In 15 years from then, you know, we should have had a new party started 10 years ago. But a lot of you fuckers said no. You're like, oh, let's be more socialistic, and we'll go towards this, and we'll get more people in our party and stuff. It's like, no, going further left is what is going to destroy the country in the long run. We need people to keep firm on their beliefs and their positions, and we need people to be a beacon for other people to follow. Because, you know, if all of our leadership and conservatives start moving left, then the people will start to move left too. They'll start to be like, well, this guy says he's a conservative, and all these other people are conservative, but they support free healthcare, they support this, all these socialist programs. So people, they don't even know what conservatism means anymore. They don't know. They think it's social conservatism. Like, well, I'm a Christian and I don't like gay people, so that means I'm a conservative, or something like that. You know, it's they don't know anymore, and I'm just sick of these idiots in my comments. You're splitting up the vote. You're splitting up the vote. It's like, dude, you're a communist. Go vote for your communist fucking policies. I'm not for that shit. Now I actually have somebody that I can at least feel good about voting. I don't give a fuck if he wins or not. At least I can have something to feel better about where I'm putting my vote. And if I know if I vote for the conservative right now, all I'm going to get is a liberal light party. And people say, oh, that's not true. Yes, it is true. It is 100% true. And if you keep voting for liberal light, you're going to keep getting liberal light until you get a full fucking liberal. And look, Canada, guys, wake the fuck up. We need a conservative party. We, open your eyes. When was the last time we had one? It's all, like I said, we only have different varieties of left to choose from. The far NDP, like, we have Green, far left, NDP, far left, Liberals getting further left, and Conservative, fucking left. Like, the Conservatives in Canada are like the Liberals, essentially, almost in America. Maybe not as bad, but like they're not too far off, really, not too far off. So enough of this. We need a real opposition party to call out Trudeau when he needs to be called out on this, especially since so many jobs are on the line. Like, this isn't a joke. You know, I don't want to see Trudeau fail on these negotiations. I don't. I want it to succeed, because this is not a laughing matter. Like, these are people's lives, livelihood, and, you know, like, just like that pipeline, 8,000 jobs were lost like that. That's not a joke. It's not funny. You know, I don't want that to happen under Trudeau, because those are real fucking lives. I don't care. That's one of the problems with politics too, is like, you know, one side will want the other side to fail. They want the other side to create misery and harm for people, so then they vote for them the next time around. But it's like, no, I don't want that. But, like, you know, it's almost what's gonna fucking happen. But I don't know. I really just hope we start to get some real opposition, like I've been repeating myself. But I know that's not gonna happen under Andrew Scheer, and that's probably only going to happen under Maxime Bernier. And I don't care if he has zero chance of winning. If we can take enough support away from the Conservatives to make them wake the fuck up and learn, then that's a win for me, honestly. Because if they're saying like, oh, this is such an easy victory, and then you idiots come around and split the vote, then it's like, man, this is the perfect time for you to learn. Because, you know, you should have won this. This is your fucking election to win. This is yours to win. So if people are turning away from you, that means you are failing. You're the one that is doing something wrong. You're the one that is fucking up. Okay? Don't pull a whole Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders thing that happened in America, right? It's like a lot of the liberals, I keep seeing conservatives do this. They keep alienating Maxime Bernier followers, saying they're stupid, they're this, they're that. You know, I know Maxime Bernier, people say that to some conservatives too. And, you know, I don't recommend doing that. It's not how you convince people, calling people stupid and insulting them and stuff. But, you know, the way that is going now, insulting them, saying that Maxime supporters are paid off by the Trudeau administration to make sure he wins or something, you know, it's like, no, it's not the case. People just want a real opposition party again. They want a real conservatism. They want real stuff again, instead of this just conservatism by name. You know, we can't have that party anymore, because that will lead to our destruction. You know, like this is not a joke. Like, our population is changing. The demographics are shifting. And the platform that conservatives want to take right now is essentially just focus on the economy. That's it. We'll just focus on economic type stuff, not talk about immigration, not talk about any of this stuff. But that is going to lead to our fucking downfall. We need to have this discussion about immigration. We need to have discussion about Canadians not being the majority anymore, because, you know, this conversation desperately needs to be had before a lot of bullshit happens in the future, and it's too late to have these discussions. So, you know, don't expect Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland to make any deal anytime soon on NAFTA. Like I said, they're just waiting it out, and they're hoping the midterms you know, work out in their favor, and then they can come out looking like peaches. But like I said, like, you know, they'll probably, that probably won't happen, and they're gonna have to concede. So at the very least, you don't want to be one of these people flip-flopping later when public opinion changes on something like, I don't know, gay marriage, or like the supply management, which it will. Like supply management, the public opinion will change on that, and it will become more and more negative. So it's better to get ahead of the curve than behind the curve and then flip-flopping later on. It's a much weaker position. But if you're consistently for it, then you look a lot better in the future. But that's all I really had to say. If you like my content, subscribe, and have a good day. See ya.